What's going on, viewers? Watch me make my 35th anniversary Widget the World Watcher theme cake. On this day, September 29th, 1990, this is where this cartoon TV show comes to life. I was born in 91, but thanks to my mom, I got into this show. I started liking this show. If you don't know about it, well, it's about a small purple alien who is 4 feet tall, is actually a second apprentice world watcher, but when he was accidentally sent to Earth, his first mission was to save baby whales. And when his mission was accomplished, the head watchers were watching him the entire time. So they graduated him from being second class world watcher to being a first class world watcher. Woohoo! So along the way, he had a minion. I wouldn't prefer him as a minion, but he has a helper named Mega Brain. He's a floating pink guy with the gloves and a brain in his head. But anyway, I made my first fondant figure of Widget. Don't mind the lighting of this video. He is the right color. It's just the lighting of it's just the lighting on the camera. But anyway, this is my first fondant figurine of him. I said I was going to practice with modeling chocolate later on in the near future, but I just wanted to start it with fondant first to see how that goes. And yes, I am an artist. I work with clay sometimes, so I was like, yeah, I can handle this. I can do something like this same way with fondant. But I had to be very careful with the size because of his head. I know I don't want to don't want to put too much weight on the head, because the wire on the figure will let the head slip, and I do not want his head to slip. So I tried my best not to make his head so big, even though his head is big on the show. So I took my time making this figurine to make sure it looks exactly like him. It does look a little like him, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm still proud of it because I still need to practice on it. So I made absolutely sure that it's smooth as it possibly can, and I let it sit overnight so it can harden a little bit. That way I can just sit it on top of the cake. And that's my figurine of Widget. Now I'm working on the other fondant pieces that's going to be attached to the buttercream cake. Here is Mega Brain, and the next one here is his spaceship where he was accidentally sent to Earth. And the next one I did in Speak Bubble, where I put celebrating the purple hero who is only 4 feet tall. Now here is the assemble. This is where I assemble the cake. It is a blue, purple, and pink striped cake with pink buttercream in the middle, and it's going to be coated with black buttercream. And let me tell y'all something about this black buttercream. I only added a little drops at a time to get that black color, but I was like, keep in mind, if you only add like a few drops and apply it to the cake, the hue of the cake will change once it sets. So I was like, nope, don't add any more drops. I just got those cakes out of the freezer, which is make it much, much, much easier for the buttercream to, be very, very smooth as the cakes start to warm up in room temperature. I was gonna cover the cake entirely out of fondant, but I was like, no, I changed my mind. I want the cake entirely in buttercream. And as I apply different colors of edible dust, which is pink, blue, and just edible glitter dust to make it sparkle, I added my fondant pieces. I had to create a horse head with parchment paper to make the horse head nebula, and apply edible glitter to make it look like the stars, the dying stars. And I also use edible spray, edible mist, to show that horse head figure. And look at these. I made my own number toppers. At first I was going to do them in fondant, but I was like, you know what? It was a good thing I changed my mind because this is much easier. I added Widget on top, and this concludes my cake. It turned out exactly how I visioned it. Voice actors who participated in the show who are still alive today, I hope they came across this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Be blessed.